Hello, and welcome to another episode of All Around Town. My name is Roger Wilson, and I'm the Director of Government Affairs and Public Policy. Today's guest is the Burgess of Walkersville, Chad Weddle.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, welcome aboard.
Thanks.
Yeah, good to see you again.
Good to see you.
This is your second time on the show.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So how has it been as a Burgess? You've been in the job now for about, 18 months?
Correct. I had served on the council for about 20 years prior to becoming the Burgess. I thought it would be a kind of an easy, smooth transition, but in speaking with other mayors and Burgesses in the county, they've said going from, a commissioner position to the day-to-day operations can be a learning curve. So I've found that, and as the days go on, it gets a little bit easier to understand the operations of everything. So
Sure. And you look like a Burgess. Yeah, so the job looks good on you.
Thanks.
So talk about Walkersville and what's going on. What is the economic activity there now?
We're pleased. We just recently, in a vacant location, we've got a new Walkersville diner that's doing very well. We have another vacant property where we're hoping a Rudders is going to come in, where an old Walkersville Exxon has been abandoned for a while. Sheetz is presently renovating their store and looking to open here soon a brand new renovated store with a car wash and some other amenities for the town. So luckily we're doing very well business-wise with the town.
Mm-hmm. Any residential new development there?
Yes, we have three residential things in the pipeworks right now. Two of them are located off of Biggs Ford Road. Those two properties will be about 20 to 25 homes each, and then a larger, about 120 homes near the Walkersville Elementary School, but that probably won't be built till at least the earliest next year or the year after that.
Mm-hmm. Now, talk to me a little bit about the transportation activities there, 194 in particular.
Sure. We're very glad that the county's made Route 194 a priority. Obviously, anybody in the town that tries to go that way out in the morning or coming in the evening realizes it's very congested, especially from the Route 26 area to Stauffer Road. So eventually, again, there's works to make that from a 2-lane road to a 4-lane road, which we'll be very excited to see about as soon as possible for something like that to happen.
Yeah, it's always something happening in Walkersville. I frequent out to the Heritage Park with my children, and my girls are in a lot of sports activities out there. What's going on with the Walkersville Library? I hear there's a new library coming.
Correct, right. We're very excited to hopefully have the opening of that next January. We did the groundbreaking recently for that. And that's near the Sun Meadow subdivision, but it's a little bit more downtown than our other property, so we hope that people will be able to walk, bike, utilize that, and it's 3 times the square footage of our present library. Has the ability to have the shelves move around, so as we see technology change and we go from books to computers and things like that, and has a community room, so we're very pleased that, again, that the county has sought to bring a new library out to Walkersville.
Mm-hmm. And remind me of what street that is?
It runs off of Glade Road across from Creamery Park, and it's in the Sun Meadow subdivision.
Mm-hmm. So do you plan to repurpose the old library?
That's the county building, so obviously whatever the county would like to do. I'm thinking that one idea people have proposed to me, since it's close to the Walkersville Middle School, if possibly the middle school took its library out of there and put in there, might open up rooms for more classrooms. But again, anything that would be utilized, that building, we would happy to see.
Mm-hmm. Now, what about you talked about the transportation a little bit. Has there been any thoughts about the speed limit in the area and trying to manage that?
Sure, we have, that's usually one of the biggest complaints that we get at our town meetings, and if it's all right to say, our town meetings are held the 2nd and 4th Wednesdays of each month, with the exception of July, November, and December, where we only hold a meeting on the 2nd. And they're always at 7:30 at our town hall. Hope every citizen can come out and put their input in. And usually one of the concerns we see, we're glad that it's a town where speeding could be a concern and not other crime-related statistics. But obviously, for the safety of especially the children, we encourage people to please, especially when you're in residential areas, to please slow down. But other than possibly putting a speed bump every 100 feet or having an officer at every corner, it's not something obviously we can 100% control. So again, we hope that citizens will realize, hey, for the safety of the children and everybody else, please slow down during the town. And one of the things we're doing is we've had a residential trooper program with 3 resident troopers for many years, and we've expanded that to 5. We're just waiting for the state to get us the full complement of that, but eventually within this next year, hopefully sooner rather than later, again, we'll have 5 resident troopers instead of the 3.
Okay, very good. Now, I understand that there's a big celebration going on out in
Correct.
Walkersville.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Sure. This is our 125th anniversary. The town was incorporated in 1892. Residents in the town from the 1700s, because we have one church that was formed in 1750, but actually incorporated in 1892. So we're trying to have activities throughout the year. We had a reenactment of our town charter on April the 4th. That was the date that the actual town was formed. And throughout the month of August, people can geocache. And that's a phrase that a lot of people are like, what is geocaching? And I explain it, if you're familiar with Pokemon Go app, it's like a version of that for adults. You use a phone or a GPS program and you try to locate various things, sort of like a scavenger hunt. And again, we're having that tied to historical events or places in our town so that people can go out and do it as a family, can go from one place to the other. And that's throughout the month of August. We're having a special community picnic, and that's going to be on Saturday, September the 9th, where again, as the town has grown, a lot of the developments were built on farms. So we want to try to encourage people to see the farm before their development took place, and then we're going to have youth activities, food. Again, we encourage the whole town to come out. Hopefully it's going to be a great event on Saturday, September the 9th, and that'll be from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. at the park. Then we have Scary Ghost Stories and Mysteries, which will take place on October the 28th. That's tied with a United Methodist Church event, and that'll take place from 12 to 3 p.m. In November, we always hold a veterans service, so that'll be on November 12th. Again, we'll have some special activities tied to 125th anniversary with that. Then on Saturday, November 18th, from 3 to 4 at Town Hall, we're having a period history costume contest for women. Oh, wow. And a beard contest for men. That was an event that they did in our 100th anniversary.
Are you going to participate in that
I doubt if I grow a beard over the summertime, because I don't do well with facial hair, but I encourage anybody that would like to participate in that event. And then we wrap it up with a Chris Crindle's Mart on December 2nd. Okay. The town a few years ago through the Historical Society held a similar event through town, and this is where you can see some blacksmiths. Again, we're hoping to have a live nativity, and it will culminate with our tree lighting ceremony at 7:30 that night in Creamery Park. So trying to have a lot of events to encourage people to come out and meet each other and again learn the history of the town.
Yeah, it sounds like it's a lot in there for just about everybody.
We hope so.
Yeah, and it's very community, centric.
Yes.
And so that's wonderful, wonderful. Is there anything else that you would like to add that's going on out in Walkersville, other than all the activities that you just mentioned?
I think that's keeping us busy for this year. And again, we do encourage people to come out to our town meetings the 2nd and 4th Wednesdays. And if they have any questions, they can always call Town Hall. That's 301-845-4500. We have a Facebook page, Walkersville Our Town, and we also have a website.
Very good. Well, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thanks for having me, and again, we appreciate being able to advertise our 125th events.
Very good. Thank you.
Sir.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Well, that wraps up the show. Thank you for tuning in. I look forward to seeing you all around town.